Hey guys, and welcome to this live workshop. My name is Mark Thompson. I am the co-founder of paykickstart.com and founder of digitalkickstart.com. And I want to welcome you. We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff today. I've been an online entrepreneur for about 6 years, a full-time internet marketer for about a decade. And today I wanted to give you guys what I call the new rules of online marketing. And so we've been able to generate over $20 million selling everything from software to information products to membership sites to continuity programs to coaching programs, you name it. We've sold it, whether it was our own product or service or helping other people do it as well. And so what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be sharing actually 40 hacks. I got this checklist here of 40 different hacks, what I call the new rules of selling online. And so whether you are currently selling a product or service online or you're going to be in the future, this is the perfect workshop for you, because one thing that I can guarantee you is that just from years of experience, there is plenty of money that's being lost, whether it's per transaction fees or there's missed opportunity of regaining lost revenue. And I'm going to be sharing with you guys a lot of mistakes that we made along the way and how you can create a system in your business that is fully automated, and it helps to maximize the average transaction value from each customer that comes through the door, maximizes conversion rates, maximizes just the overall profit that you can generate from your online business. So if you wouldn't mind, say hi to Scott in the background. He's manning the camera, and he's going to be we're going to be cutting to a few different video clips just to kind of visually show you some of the stuff that I'm going to be showing you also on the whiteboard. I don't know about you, I'm a kind of a visual learner, so it's one of the reasons that I wanted to kind of show you some things on the whiteboard, as well as some video clips that we'll be showing you as well. So if you guys stay till the end, I'm not only going to give you this checklist that you can kind of take home with you, but I'm also going to be giving you guys 3 mind maps. Okay, these mind maps are kind of our internal standard operating procedures. The first one here is the digital info product funnel. And so if you're selling information, you're selling software, we have kind of taken a strategy that has worked, and we've refined it and tweaked it over the years to figure out what's the best way to get leads into the door, qualified targeted leads, make them become customers, and then obviously try to maximize each customer by getting them to purchase more products from us or upgrade to larger packages. And so that's what this digital information product funnel is all about. The second funnel that you guys are going to get, or mind map, is the coaching and offline funnel. So if you're a coach, if you're selling services, or, maybe you're a marketing agency and you're working with clients, this is the perfect funnel for you. And then finally, the third one is the physical funnel. So if you're selling anything physical, any type of physical good, this is the perfect mind map for you. And so each one of these kind of have their own nuances, and you'll notice that there's different elements throughout each of these mind maps. And so not only are you going to get these mind maps, but I also have recorded a video for each one of these that break down each of the different elements that make up these funnels. Okay, so if you guys stay till the end, I'm going to share with you guys a link where you can go and download these mind maps and this checklist. Obviously the checklist we're going to be going through in detail today on this call. Okay, so if that sounds good, we'll go ahead and get started. I know there's lots of people coming on right now and probably starting to leave comments as well, and I'll try to answer those comments towards the end of this call. But don't worry, we have people kind of behind the scenes watching them as well. So let's get started. So just really quick 2-minute history of kind of who I am, why you should be listening to me. So I went to school for marketing. I got a marketing degree in college, and obviously everything I learned in college was kind of a throwaway when it comes to how to market a business online. And so everything I learned was really self-taught. And I live in North Carolina. I have a wife. I have a 6-year-old daughter now. And it allows me the flexibility. The lifestyle that I live now is I have flexibility in my life because of what I've learned and what I'm going to be teaching you guys in this free workshop today. It's really transformed my life. Being able to create a product and be able to sell it online 24/7 has really transformed my life, and as well as hundreds or thousands of people that I've worked with. And so that's what I want to teach you guys about today, is not only kind of the framework for how to sell online, but also all these different hacks that I learned along the way. And one thing that I've kind of realized is that there's a lot of kind of archaic software and solutions and strategies out there. And as you guys know, the internet moves so fast, and so does technology. So it's so important to kind of keep up with that. And so, we learned early on when we started selling products and services, there was kind of that leaky bucket, right? You have a bucket and water's coming out of it, and imagine that water being lost profit. Right? And there's lots of different reasons that you could lose profit, whether it's per transaction fees from the payment gateway or the payment processor that you're using, or not having necessary functionality that you need to maximize your sales funnels that you have. And so we're going to be talking about all that kind of stuff today. Okay, so here's kind of one stat that kind of threw me when I first got started online. So most people, you have a checkout page, you have a sales page, and then you have your checkout page, right? And most of the checkout forms kind of look like this, right? It's an outdated, it's not branded, it looks old school, and this is what most checkout forms kind of looked like for years, and so a lot of people still use checkout forms like this. And one thing I realized, and I was doing some research, and actually, our stats back this up, 75% of people that have landed on your checkout page actually leave without ever buying, right? So these are people not on your sales page. These are people that clicked and want to buy and then go to your checkout page, and then they get turned off for some reason and they leave, okay? And there's a lot of different reasons why people leave, but isn't that kind of crazy that 75% of people that have their credit card in hand or they're ready to buy, they end up leaving, okay? And one of the things that we realized was if you just have something like this, a nicely designed, branded checkout page, it can make a world of a difference, okay? It can minimize that check, or those 75% can get cut down to 50 or even less just by having some of these elements that are on a checkout page. So just right off the bat, if you're not using a nicely designed, specifically designed checkout template, you're at a major disadvantage. So, just kind of think of it in your own situation. If you don't have, your logo for the product that they're buying, if you don't allow them to be able to purchase through credit card and through PayPal, right? If you don't have an order summary or bullet points of what it is that they're going to be getting, if you don't have things like a 30-day money-back guarantee, or security trust badges, or a support email address to be contacted, not having these things can make you at a significant disadvantage. And you have to remember, when anyone is buying a product from you online, that's a very sensitive thing, right? I mean, that's they have their billing details, and they don't want to necessarily just share it with anybody. They need to be comfortable with the brand and the product that they're looking to purchase. And so right off the bat, if you have an order form that looks like this, you're at a significant disadvantage, okay? So that's kind of hack number one, is just having branded checkout templates, right? And I know that seems fairly basic, but you'd be amazed at, if you go and look at different sales pages and you go to their checkout pages, how ugly some of them are and how unprofessional they look, and it just turns people off. So I know that one's kind of obvious, but that's where I wanted to start, okay? Now, let's kind of talk about your sales funnel, right? So you have a sales page, whatever it is that you're offering, okay? And so there's a few different options here, okay? In terms of how do you drive people from a sales page to your checkout form? And so there's a few things here. Like, we use checkout templates, we use checkout form embeds, and we also use checkout pop-ups. Okay, now let me, I believe I have an example. I'm going to show you just kind of a real case study of how we used all three of these in our businesses. Okay, so this one right here. This is an example of a checkout template, okay? And so this is what we typically will use, but it depends on your offering, right? We've used, in lots of different scenarios, we've used form embeds where it's like a pop-up, okay? So something like this, okay? And then also we've used things like, this is a checkout pop-up, and then this is a form embed. And so let me kind of explain each of these and how it impacts your conversions and sales. So the first one here, this is one of our products called Easy VSL. We generated $468,000 with this one checkout page as you can see, I mean, it has all of those main elements that we talked about. It has your logo, it has bullet points as to what the product, what you're getting. It has a little box shot, has a money back guarantee, has some testimonials, summary of the order. They can purchase with credit card or PayPal, so there's multiple payment options. Okay, so it has all of those elements. Okay, so this converted very, very well. And so we did almost $500,000 here. Now, this was on version 3.0, so we've actually offered multiple versions. So here's a really good example of a way that we used checkout pop-ups to minimize the friction between a existing customer, right? So we had version 1.0 customers and version 2.0 customers that wanted to upgrade to the new version. So instead of them having to go through and fill all this stuff out again, what we did was we sent them to a page where we pre-filled their email address in, and they clicked on the upgrade button and a little pop-up modal just showed up, and they never actually left the experience. They never left to a different page, which had to for this page, this is great for new customers because it kind of resells what the product does. But these people who want to upgrade, they already know what the product does. They just probably want the new features and that kind of stuff. So we took them through a different experience. So I'm sure there's probably a scenario that you can think of, and we use this all the time, that you don't want to necessarily take them off of your sales page. Maybe you have a really long sales video. Maybe you have a video sales letter that's 20 minutes long, 30 minutes long. What you could do is you could have the video and then a buy button, and instead of them they could continue watching the video, and then a little checkout pop-up shows up and they can fill it out and they can purchase, right? Without actually going to a separate checkout page. And so it just depends on what you're looking to do, right? And so one thing that's important is to have that type of flexibility, okay? And then that kind of brings me to the third option, which is this form embed, which a form embed, what that does is it allows you to take just the checkout form and then embed it on any page that you want to. So maybe you're using ClickFunnels or Lead Pages or Optimized Press, right? How cool would it be to be able to create something fully custom and just be able to plop the embed form in there, and just everything else around it is something that you custom made, right? And so having this type of functionality and flexibility is just super important, because as a product owner, as a creator, sometimes little things like this can go a long way and make a major difference. So just to kind of summarize what happened here, we did almost $500,000 here, and then we did I just want to get the numbers right. We did $290,000 from this upgrade page. Okay, this page actually was created from one of our vendors who use our Pay Kickstart platform, and he's done over $230,000 and he created this page with ClickFunnels, and then he embedded this form that was powered by the our payment processor, our payment platform. So having all of this type of functionality and being able to select different templates with ease without having to go and hire a designer, hire a developer to go and do all this stuff custom, that can take a lot of time and a lot of money. You don't want to have to worry about that type of stuff, right? So that's kind of another hack, is having the checkout template, the form embed, and the pop-up at your disposal, right? Now, I'm not sure. Now, like I said, we've used lots of different payment platforms in the past, and a lot of them don't have that type of functionality, right? It's just, here's your default template, and that's it, right? But everyone's different, every business is different, and who are you to say that this one template is going to convert better than a pop-up or a widget, or so having that flexibility is really important. Okay, so now you have your sales page, you've taken them to your checkout page. Okay, and now let's kind of go through the rest of this sales funnel. So upsell. So one thing we kind of learned. Let me just put these up here real quick. So the very first product launch that I ever did, okay, it obviously failed. I think the first few launches did really bad. And then I partnered with someone who kind of knew what they were doing, as kind of a mentor of mine. And we redesigned the sales page, and we actually, were able to get affiliates to promote the product, and we were able to get some traffic coming to the offer. And we did about $100,000 in 7 days just from the sales page. Okay, we didn't even have additional upsells or one-time offers or downsells or whatever you want to call them for people to purchase. So right then and there, we were missing out on a ton of opportunity, a ton of revenue that we could have generated. So on average, and this kind of goes across the board for almost every launch that we've done, and we've done dozens upon dozens of product launches, whatever you generate on the front end, usually you can double it on the back end through your upsells and downsells, okay? So all that means is you're just offering complementary products and services that you think the initial customer would want to buy. So I'll give you a good example. So, we sell a lot of software. So, say we have a software that helps you to build your email list, okay? Well, once they buy that piece of software, maybe they want a training program that teaches people some unique strategies on how they can build their list, right? Or maybe an upsell would be, an agency edition of your software, so that, if the person that bought it, if they're working with clients, they have the right to use that software for their clients, right? So you could have one upsell, multiple upsells. It all depends on the funnel, right? But the point is that having this path, okay, can help to significantly increase not only the transaction value of each customer that comes to the door, but also just your overall profit, okay? So this is what a typical sales funnel looks like. They purchase the product. After they've purchased, they go to upsell 1. If they don't want to buy upsell 1, then you could send them to a downsell or to your next upsell, and then to your final upsell. And so that's a typical sales funnel. And if you don't have that, you're at a significant disadvantage because you're missing out on a lot of opportunity to generate more revenue, okay? Now what normally happens, okay, is the person goes to the sales page and then they go to a checkout page and they buy. They put in their contact details, they put in their billing details, and then they go to upsell 1. Okay, and they could be slightly interested in it, okay, and they want to buy it, but instead, so what happens is they go to another checkout page in between here, okay, and they have to go in and put the same information that they just put in the initial order. They have to put that in again, okay, and then they go to upsell 2, and they want to buy that, but they have to put in their checkout details again. Each additional step is hurting your conversion rates, okay? Which makes sense, right? I mean, it's just a barrier to entry. It's a barrier for getting people to buy your stuff, okay? And so, again, we learned early on that if you're not using what we call one-click upsells, okay? And I'm sure you guys have heard of one-click upsells before. If you've ever purchased something on Amazon, you understand what one-click upsells are because of how easy it is to buy on Amazon. So the whole concept is again, removing the friction, okay, and the barriers to purchase more stuff from you. So once they've purchased from you, okay, why can't you just remember the payment method that they use, okay, through a secure token, okay, an encrypted token, and when they want to buy this product, they just click on one button and it automatically adds it to their order, creates a new transaction, and then they get access to that product, right? Instead of having to go to checkout page again, fill it out, and over again. Okay, so literally after they've gone through that initial order, they could click 3 times and purchase all 3 of your upsells in one shot. Well, not in one shot, but in three unique clicks, and they don't ever have to put in their credit card details again. Now, what's really cool with one-click upsells is when you can do it with credit card and with PayPal, okay? And that's a game changer, okay? Because if you've ever done one-click upsells, and we actually did this a long time ago, we used a payment platform, and I think we paid $600 to buy a third-party script that we then had to pay a developer to implement into the sales funnel so we could do one-click functionality. And we realized, I mean, you could do the math. I mean, that's pretty expensive. We paid about $1,000 or $2,000 just to have one-click functionality because we realized how important it was. Now, I'm going to give you a really quick case study here of, I just want to do the numbers here just to kind of, just to give you an eye-opening case study here between a funnel with one-click upsell and without one-click functionality. So let's put this into perspective, okay? We cloned the funnel. We took this same funnel and we cloned it. One funnel had without one-click functionality and the other one did, okay? Same product, same price point, same sales copy, everything, okay? The only difference was we used one-click functionality, okay? Without one-click functionality, we generated about $380,000, okay? The traffic was relatively the same. It was almost identical, okay? $380,000, okay? Can anyone guess how much we did with with one-click functionality. Okay, if we did $380,000 in sales, okay, and we generated about the same amount of visitors to the funnel with one-click functionality, okay, we did over $500,000. We did $508,000. Okay, so you do the math, guys. I mean, we generated well over $120,000 more just by simply having one-click functionality. Okay, that's again how important having a one-click upsell is. Okay, again, it removes the friction and the barriers that customers have to go through. And whenever someone has to second guess themselves as they're going through your sales funnel, okay, it's gonna hurt conversions. Okay, so that was just one case study, and then we obviously implemented one click on all of our funnels, and now it's implemented. You know, if you're like with Pay Kickstart, it's just part of it's automated, right? You don't have to do anything extra. Okay, so that was just one way that we were able to increase conversions. Okay, now here's a few other things that a lot of people don't think about. Okay, but again have helped us with increasing conversions. Okay. Pre-filled checkout pages. Okay, here's something really cool. The fact that, like with Pay Kickstart, whenever someone purchases a product from any vendor, okay, that uses our platform, it drops a cookie on the customer's computer, and it just saves it remembers that they entered, you know, that specific name, that specific email. Doesn't remember their payment details or anything like that, but just their contact details. So what's really cool is if someone wants to buy a product from another vendor, it automatically pre-fills the checkout page with the contact details. Okay, so again, when I talked about this earlier, each element or each new field that you have to add or each barrier you have for someone to purchase from you, when you have that, it hurts conversions. Okay, so how cool is it when a customer comes and they want to buy that product and their name and email address is already filled in? Okay, all they need to do is just check out pick their payment details or payment method, and they're good to go. Right? So again, just another kind of advanced way to seamlessly get them to buy your product. Okay, and then another one that goes with it. So if you need to capture their address. Okay, you're selling a physical good, you need to send something to them or whatever. Auto-complete address, okay? This is another really big one. So when someone is on your checkout page and they start to type in their address, instead of manually having to put in their address, their city, their state, their zip, all that kind of stuff, they can start typing in their address, okay, 112 Front Street or whatever it is, and then it automatically populates, okay, a list of suggestions, and all they can do is they can just select the one that they want, and it auto-completes all of the address fields, all in one shot, okay? Again, this is what I'm talking about when I say the new rules of selling online, okay? This is kind of advanced stuff. And I'm gonna show you guys a way that all the stuff that I talk about today is all automated. You don't have to do anything extra. You don't have to hire developers or designers or anything like that to do this stuff. It can be done out of the box, okay? So auto-complete address is, again, another way, if you need to have those fields, right? If you need to send them something, okay, let's make it super easy for them to fill it out and complete it, okay? Here's another one that has really helped us out. Order bumps, okay? All an order bump is you're selling someone an additional product that they can attach to their initial order. Okay, I'll give you a really good example. Here's another case study, okay? This one right here, okay? So we were selling a free plus shipping offer, okay? It was a physical package, and they were getting, I don't have everything right here, but they were getting a package of like 3 books and some mind maps and a whole bunch of stuff, and we were delivering it to them to their doorstep. And so they'd put in all their information, and then we had this little box right here. I know it might be a little hard to see it. Maybe Scott can zoom in on it, but they click that little tick box, and it says, yes, send me the digital version as well. Okay, and so here are the numbers. When we first launched this, we didn't have the digital version, okay, or we didn't have this order bump, okay. We added it, which took about 30 seconds to add, and we did 109 sales total. Okay, this is the first day, and 71 people took the order bump. So that was a 65% conversion that people took that order bump. It increased our average transaction value by 40%. Okay, so without it, okay, we obviously would lose 40%. Okay, of loss, that's lost revenue. Okay, and it took us 30 seconds to add that. And then it took, I mean, all we did was we took all the files that we had that we normally print out and deliver to them. We just made digital versions of it. Okay, so it's super easy. So I'm sure you guys can think of lots of different ways that you can use an order bump in your own business, right? And we use this, hey, do you want the personal license to the software? You can install it on 3 machines. Oh, get an order bump and you can install it on 20 machines. Maybe you have outsourced workers or employees that need to install this software as well. For an extra 20 bucks, you can get 20 installs and you can give it to your employees and staff, right? So there's lots of ways that you can use order bumps in your business to help, again, increase that average transaction value and generate more profit, okay? So the next one here is exit intent, okay? And like we talked about before, in that the first thing I talked about, 75% of people leave without actually completing the checkout page. So what exit intent does is it recognizes when your mouse goes off the browser and it looks like you're gonna close out the browser window. A little warning says, hey, before you leave, are you sure that you want to go? And then you can say, continue or finish your purchase, right? Or you could even do something with exit intent and say, hey, before you go, how about using this 10% off coupon, right? Use coupon code, whatever, on this checkout page and get 10% off your order, okay? Another great way to help recapture the people that were initially going to leave, you might be able to get them to come back, right? We generally see about 10% of people will use the exit intent, actually click it and then finish it, right? And all these things start to add up, guys. All these things start to add up and increase your conversion rates, okay? Here's another one, and this is not the sexiest thing in the world, but having a legal or a terms of service checkbox. So being able to put, just enable it on your checkout page and then say, hey, you agree to these terms of service or privacy policy and all that kind of stuff, right? And so one thing that we noticed, and this is kind of the unsexy part of running an online business, are things like disputes and chargebacks, right? They're going to happen, right? There's going to be an angry customer, or we see it all the time for various reasons. I mean, it doesn't happen, maybe it's 1% or 2%, but if you have a legal or terms of service checkbox on your checkout page, that can significantly increase the chances of you winning a dispute or a chargeback case, or a claim, I should call it. So by you telling the merchant, hey, they agreed to whatever the terms of service are, and so they agreed to pay this amount, and that whatever it is that you're offering, right? And then you could also go in and see what their IP address was. You can make sure they access the order, and consume the product. All of these things can help with not only disputes and chargebacks, but it's just good. It's a good business practice to make sure that people understand what it is that they're buying, and to have this kind of, hey, you do agree with whatever it is that you're going to buy. So it's just kind of a good business practice to have something like that. Okay. So we've gone through kind of that. We haven't even gotten into other stuff here. I mean, so this is kind of just some, I know a lot of the stuff is advanced, but this is just on the initial order. Now there's some other things that can happen as well. So when you purchase a product, okay, we all use lots of different third-party services and software and applications, right? Most people don't just use one platform to power their entire business, right? Most people have an email autoresponder, or they use a membership service, or they have a fulfillment company, right? So when someone purchases from you, instead of them buying from you and then maybe taking them to a page and be like, hey, in order to get updates, product updates, you need to fill out your email address, right? To get on our email list. Or, hey, I need you to put in your name and email address to create this membership account after they've already purchased, right? What if you could have them purchase one time, put in their contact details, right? Their name and email address, and then all of these things start to happen in the background, right? So the first one is your payment integration. So the first one is you could hook up PayPal, Stripe, Authorize.net, Braintree, Easy Pay Direct, whatever it is, and it's your account, right? One thing, like a lot of payment platforms, you have to use them as their to process the orders, and then for whatever reason, if they don't they can shut you down for no reason, right? So one thing is having control of your payment gateway, okay? So having your own Stripe account or having your own PayPal account or your own Braintree account, I think to me is very, very important, okay? So they're using these checkout page templates or embeds, and everything is processing through your payment integration, right? Then the next one could be your membership integration, okay? So at the point of sale, maybe you're adding them to a membership where that's where all of your secure content is stored. It creates the membership for them, right? Same thing with email integration. So they get added to your email list. You could also tag them as well. Tag them with whatever type of tag you want. Okay, webinar integration. Okay, one thing that I talk about in a lot of my coaching programs is sending, if you do a kind of a formal product launch, sending people to a webinar, 3 or 7 days after your launch, which can help, again, generate more revenue. If you do it properly, everything that you generated from the revenue, you could generate 30 to 50% more revenue if you find like a high ticket webinar offering, okay? And because these are hot leads who have just purchased from you, they're more likely to buy from you again. So what we can do is automatically add them to a webinar, an upcoming webinar, and so they're gonna get an email. So one thing that's gonna say is, hey, thank you for purchasing. They're gonna get their normal receipt. Then they're also going to get an email saying, hey, you're registered for this upcoming webinar, add it to your calendar, right? And then also, there's some other things that you can do, right? Like reporting integration. Maybe there's a third-party reporting system that you use, like ChartMogul or some of these other ones. You can do that as well. You can pass all of the data over to them. You can do things like tax integration, right? Maybe you need to charge VAT tax. Maybe you have a Taximo account and you need to make sure that you're charging everybody VAT tax who's in the EU, right? What if you could just connect your account? Boom, you're ready to go. You're VAT compliance and you're charging VAT tax on your checkout pages, right? Fulfillment integration, okay? This is a really good example for the free plus shipping offer that we did. Instead of getting all these orders, manually exporting the list of people that buy each day, sending it over to a fulfillment company, what if you could just hook up your fulfillment account and it automatically sends it to the fulfillment company to process the order? Automatically, seamlessly. You don't have to do anything, okay? Zapier integration, okay? Zapier connects with about 600 third-party apps, CRMs, I mean, you name it, if there's a service that you use. So at least with Pay Kickstart, we have lots of different integrations. I mean, we integrate with all the major email autoresponders, webinar services, membership platforms. But if there's something that you need that we don't have an integration with, you can also use Zapier, right? And then also custom integration. So, there's going to come a time when maybe you have just a custom app or you need some sort of like an API. And people who are a little bit more technical understand what that is, but there may be something that you need custom done, some sort of custom integration. You want to make sure that you have that flexibility. Okay, a lot of payment platforms, okay, where the framework of your online business is stored in there. You can't be limited. Okay, you need to have flexibility, and that's why just being able to manage all of these different things is so important and not be limited, okay? Okay, so we've talked about the sales page. We've talked about kind of going through your initial sales funnel. We talked about one-click upsells. Let me talk about a few other things. So after they've gone through that, okay, they go to a thank you page, and then maybe they also go to a membership. Where's my marker? Here it is, okay. So they've gone through that, and then they get taken to a thank you page, and then alternatively they might go to a membership area. Okay, so if you have that membership area, they're automatically getting an email address. So now we're kind of talking about the overall customer experience, right? And that's also another big thing that a lot of people don't think about, just to help reduce refunds, again, chargebacks and disputes, and just keeping everybody happy. Okay, so they have a summary of their order, and then they can access any of the products that they purchased from this thank you page, okay? And so then they can go to their membership area. They'll get an email with their secure login details from that membership or from that email that gets sent out, okay? Now, another thing you could do or that you may want to do, right? You might want to have the flexibility, is to offer a digital download. Maybe you don't want to have to set up a full-blown membership area with a third party and have it integrated, right? Maybe you just want to do a simple download, okay? Simple PDF or whatever. Now, one thing that we realize is that people like to share digital content on the web, right? And illegally. Okay, and so all of your hard work ends up going out there in these black hat forums and all across the web, and people start to share it. So you want to make sure that it's secure and it's encrypted. And so one thing that you could do, and we do, is we'll secure digital downloads. And so what'll happen is they'll purchase our product, and then we'll send them a link to a secure encrypted link, so they don't actually see where the actual link is being stored on our server. They just get an encrypted link, they can download it, and then you as the vendor can control, how long that digital download should be accessed for. Can they download it once? Can they download it 4 times? Should it be accessible for 7 days? Whatever it may be, right? And then that way, once they've accessed the information, they can't find it again, they can't share it across the web. So this can help save you a lot of time and energy, hunting down people sharing your content and sending cease and desist letters and all that kind of stuff, right? So that's a really nice thing to have. Another nice thing is, and this kind of goes with, well, I'll just put it here for now, is having a licensing engine. So especially if you're selling, say like desktop software or anything where they need to put a licensing key in, okay? A lot of what happens is, well, at least what we used to have to do is we had to buy a third-party licensing engine. We had to customize it, we had to integrate it, and it was costing a lot of development resources to do all this stuff, okay? Well, what if you had a system that automatically can generate license keys? You just create your product, you say how many license keys you want to issue, and then there's just a really simple piece of code to integrate the platform, those licensing keys with your software, okay? And so when someone starts up the software, it checks to make sure that they have a active registered license key. If it's a recurring billing, if they stop paying, it'll cut off their license key. So all that kind of stuff can happen automatically in the background. And so if you don't have that, it can be a real pain in the butt to secure your software, okay? Or anything, anything that you want to secure with a license key, you could do, okay? Okay, now a few other things that have really helped increase our conversion rates as well as just our overall profit. And so let's go through a few of these. So one is coupon codes, okay? So making sure that you have a system that allows you to use coupon codes. And so we had a case study I want to share with you guys on how coupon codes, just in general, right? One of the most powerful psychological sales triggers is urgency or scarcity. And that's why coupon codes work really, really well, okay? How many of you guys have gone to the store knowing that your coupon's gonna expire the next day, right? And so whenever we do a product launch or we do a 72-hour promotion on one of our products and we give it a discount, we'll get the majority of our sales on the last day, especially in like the last 5 or 6 hours, because people don't want to miss out on deals, right? And so you could do the same thing with coupon codes, okay? And so this is actually a really cool case study. And this was just actually the language that was used for the coupon code. So a $50 off coupon generated 170% more revenue than 15% a 15% off coupon, okay? Even though it was the same discounted amounts, okay? Just the terminology of the promotion was the difference between dollar and percentage, okay? So $50 off generated 170% more revenue than 15% off, okay? And it also had a 72% higher conversion rate, okay? So obviously coupon codes is one thing, but also the language that you use can also change it as well. So kind of an interesting case study, okay? Okay. Another thing. Now let's start to talk about some like recurring revenue. So one thing that we learned, especially in the last 2 or 3 years, and we've really tried to stress generating recurring revenue, a subscription model, because one thing that I noticed is that you really don't have a true business if you're always chasing the one-time payment offers. And I'm sure a lot of you guys that do this or use a product launch formula where you're only offering one-time payment options. You're always trying to reinvent the wheel. You're always trying to find more customers instead of just making the current customers you have happy and getting them to pay you, even if it's $10 a month, right? Getting them to pay you month after month or year after year. Now, here's a kind of an eye-opening stat that I thought was kind of crazy, okay? It was 30% of rebills on average, okay? 30% of rebills fail, okay, month after month, okay? So acquiring a recurring customer is 10 times harder than acquiring a customer that just bought one time, right? So you put all this time, money, and energy into getting people to pay you $17 a month or $47 a month, and you don't have a system for when those 30% of people's payment methods fail, and they fail for a variety of reasons. The majority of the time, it's because the credit card expired, but their credit limit, they ran out of credit. I mean, there could be their PayPal account got shut down, whatever it may be, right? And so making sure you have what we call a subscription saver sequence, okay, where when the payment fails, we automatically send out an email saying, hey, your payment failed, you need to go in there and update your billing or you're gonna lose access to the product, right? And so we lost, I don't know the exact number, it was in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. When we didn't have a subscription saver sequence in place, we lost hundreds of thousands of dollars because of just failed billing, right? Failed transactions, failed payment methods. And it seems silly, but I guarantee you 80 to 90% of people on this call are doing the same thing. You don't have a way when that payment fails to collect it, right? Or you're manually doing it, right? Instead of automating it. And so we actually send up to 3 emails, okay, saying, hey, your payment method failed, you need to go and update it, okay? And so it kind of brings me to the next part, or the next hack, which is updating your billing method, okay? So when someone receives an email, they click on a link, you want to send them to a page where they can automatically go in there and update, a new credit card, or, okay, the ideal situation is going from, they can go from credit card to PayPal, they can go from PayPal to credit card, and the subscription never changes, okay? And this is a little technical, but if your payment platform doesn't manage the subscriptions themselves, they actually rely on the third party like Stripe or PayPal or whoever, you're very limited as to what you can and cannot do with a subscription, okay? But if the payment platform manages the subscription themselves, that gives you so much more flexibility. You can update the credit card, you could have them go from credit card to PayPal, PayPal to credit card, and the subscription itself stays intact and stays the same. Okay? And it doesn't muddy the waters and it can get complicated. So allowing them that flexibility is super important, and it's a great way to recoup those failed payments. And it's going to happen, right? The longer that someone is on a subscription, the more susceptible they are to a failed rebill attempt. Okay? So if you don't have a system, okay, you're at a significant disadvantage, and we learned the hard way out of generating, probably, I forgot what the number was, but it was thousands of recurring customers, and we didn't initially have a way to recoup that lost money, okay? Here's another one, okay, and this kind of goes with the initial, going back to the initial sale. A pending order, right? So it's about 30 to 35% of people that go to the checkout page, that go to purchase the product, it fails for some reason, right? They put in a bad email address, or they put in the wrong credit card details, or they put in the wrong expiration date or CVV code, right? There's a lot of different reasons why it fails, but it happens, okay? It's a normal thing. So one thing is, and what happens is a lot of these people, they leave. Okay, it fails, and then they're like, you know what, never mind. They second guess themselves and they don't want it anymore, right? But what we do is we send out a pending order email saying, hey, it looks like you were trying to buy this product. Here's a link, go back and finish it, go use a different payment method, or make sure you put in the credit card details correctly. And we'll recoup an extra, 15 to 20% of those people that were interested, they had their credit card in hand, just for whatever reason, it was a failed attempt, and then they left, okay? It's a good way to get them to come back, okay? So again, as you can hopefully see by now, guys, all of these things start to really add up when you have a system. And this is, again, kind of the new rules of selling online. All right. Here's another one. Offline orders. Okay. How cool would it be if you could sell products on the go, right? Maybe you're at a conference, and there's actually two parts to this. Being able to just sell in person, right? Oh, hey, you're selling a coaching program, right? Hey, come to the back. Anyone who's interested in the coaching program, and we'll get you checked out in the back, right? You can go into the platform, you can take their credit card. They don't have to, go on their phone and go to a checkout link. You can just do it right from within your system, right? So that's part one. Part two, if they've ever purchased from you before, you can actually add on to their order. You can look up a previous payment method that you have on file, okay? And when I say on file, guys, I'm not saying that we store credit card information on our servers, right? You need to make sure that that's all PCI compliant, and that's why, at least for us, I mean, we don't worry about any of that stuff, right? We use what's called a secure token, and the payment gateway that you've integrated with stores the credit card details. All we're doing is referencing that secure token to allow you to add on to an additional order. So maybe you have phone reps, right? And you're calling and say, hey, I noticed that you ordered this, our professional package. Would you be interested in upgrading to our platinum package? Let me tell you a little bit about it. And they're like, you know what? Yeah, I do want to get that. Instead of you saying, okay, well, here, you're gonna have to go to this link, you need to go put in your information again, you can just be like, hey, well, I have your payment details on file. Let me just add it to your order. Are you okay with that? And then they give you approval, and then you can add it to their accounts, right? And then it upgrades them or downgrades them or adds the product, right? So again, having that type of functionality can be really important in certain use cases, okay? Now let's shift gears a little bit. I want to talk about affiliates. So we have a ton of affiliate partners that promote our stuff, and I want to talk about how affiliates they're interesting, right? I mean, well, every affiliate's a little bit different, but a lot of them, and I don't want to put them all in a bucket, can be lazy, right? They want things very easy for them to go and promote your product or service. Okay. We love affiliate traffic. One of the reasons why is because it's free traffic, right? I mean, and it's targeted traffic, especially if you're working with the right affiliates, where you're not having to pay for ads, right? You're only paying when someone refers a sale to your product, okay? So, most people have like an affiliates page. They'll have an affiliate, area where they can go, the affiliate can go and get marketing materials. So we always recommend, having things like promotional email swipes or banners or videos that they can use to promote your product to their crowd, their email list, their following. Okay. Now there's a whole bunch of things that you can do to help increase the chances of affiliates actually following through and promoting your stuff. Okay. The first one is instant commissions. Okay. So instant and delayed commissions. So we'll talk about this. So what instant commissions are, at the point of sale, when someone purchases a product, say it's a $100 product, and you're offering 50% commissions, okay? At the point of sale, you could automatically send them $50 for that sale, okay? They don't have to wait 30 days, they don't have to wait 60 days or whatever it is, or you don't have to manually go and process it, okay? They can automatically receive instant gratification for that sale, okay? Now, most systems don't allow you to do this, right? And so when we noticed that when affiliates were getting paid instantly, it was enticing them to want to continuously promote you, okay? Because they got that instant gratification. And my grandpa, who's a smart businessman, always said, fast pay makes fast friends. And it's very true, okay? And and that applies to affiliates, okay? But for the affiliates that maybe you don't have a relationship with, right? I mean, let's be honest. I mean, the internet can be a dark world, and there's a lot of scammers out there. And what they'll do is they'll buy the product through their own affiliate link, and then if they're on instant commissions, they can take those commissions, export them out of their account, and then if there's a refund, you can't automatically pull it back. So you can put people on delayed commissions where you kind of hold on to the commission until maybe the refund period is passed, and you can make sure that it's not fraudulent or anything like that. Okay, so having that flexibility is really important. Okay, another one is what are called lifetime commissions, okay, or lifetime cookie. And so this is one of the most powerful features that has helped us to have affiliates promote us on autopilot. I mean, people just, we just tell people, hey, we'll just, post that we have a product launch coming up. and people want to promote us. And so what lifetime commissions means is, say that you have product A, okay, and the affiliate is promoting product A, and the customer doesn't buy product A. But 2 months down the road, 3 months down the road, that customer, they found out about you and your brand and your company, and maybe they researched other products that you have. So they come to product B, okay? So if they buy product B, that initial sale, or that sale will get credited to that affiliate, even though the affiliate promoted a different product. Because it's all under your account, we can still credit them, right? And I think, to me, that's fair. And obviously, you would have the option to turn that on or off, but it's a great incentive to affiliates to say, hey, you know what? Even if they didn't buy product A and they go and buy product B, C, D, or E, you're going to earn commission, right? Or they bought product A, okay, and then they keep buying more stuff from you down the road, right? Maybe you have a new product launch or a new offering, and then they buy that product. That affiliate is going to earn a commission off of it, and it makes sense, right? Because that person that visitor was originally referred by that affiliate. Okay, so it's a really powerful way to earn more commissions on autopilot, and I love it because it's a win-win situation. The affiliate's making money, we're making money, customers are happy. And I love hearing affiliates being like, hey man, I just got a commission for $150 on a product that I never promoted. How'd that happen? And you say, well, our lifetime cookie, our lifetime commissions program. That's so cool. I'm gonna start promoting you even more, right? So it's a pretty cool strategy. And of course, a lot of systems don't allow lifetime cookie, or they don't have the functionality to track that kind of stuff, but it can be a really great way to help generate more affiliate traffic. And again, it's free traffic. You're only paying for referred sales, right? Having a marketplace, right? A marketplace where affiliates can promote and go and find vendors to promote, right? So obviously it's one thing, to have lots of affiliates inside of a network, right? So that they can go to this marketplace and find affiliates or find vendors to promote. So, having kind of an ecosystem where everyone is kind of engaged and interacting with each other and helping each other promote. So it's a win-win situation for everyone. Affiliates can find good products to promote, vendors can find good affiliates to promote their stuff, right? So it's just having an area where people can go to request to promote products, and the vendors can approve them, okay? Marketing materials. So I guess it's one thing to go and create your own separate affiliate page where you say, hey, affiliates, this is our product. Here's where you can go request your affiliate link. Here's where you can get promotional materials and that kind of stuff, right? It's another thing for just the affiliates to go into their main login area, select the vendor they want to promote and the product that they want to promote, and then all the details are all inside of there, right? All of their banners and email swipes and their affiliate link, and all that stuff is in one location, okay? And they can see it all. They don't have to go and hunt for all the different affiliate or JV pages across the web, okay? So that's always that's a nice thing to have. And that's one of the things that we've added into Pay Kickstart, is having a really nice marketing materials area for all affiliates. And obviously the vendor can go in there and upload all of their marketing materials, okay? Another one is, I'm just gonna move it up here, is affiliate contests, okay? So one of the ways that we're able to get affiliates to promote us over and over again, especially during a time-sensitive product launch, is we'll do incentives. And we'll say, hey, we're giving out $10,000 in affiliate contest money, right? So the top affiliates who refer the most sales are gonna earn more bonus cash or prizes or whatever it is, okay? Before, what we had to do was we had to manually go and track all of their sales, and we'd give kind of what we call leaderboard updates. And it was kind of a pain in the butt because we had to do this manually every morning, and it eat up like 30 or 60 minutes of our time just to see who was at the top, and then we'd fire out an email. Now, okay, affiliate contests are automated. I can go in there, I can create a contest, I can say how long the contest is going to run for, and then I can pick which products are going to be towards that contest. And then I can say, do I want it to be by the most sales or by the most revenue that's generated? And there's a really nice widget that you can place on any page or inside of at least in Pay Kickstart. You can go in there and look, and the affiliates can go and see in real time the leaderboard where they're at, right? And you can see how many sales they are away, and that helps to push affiliates, incentivize them to continuously promote you. Okay, so affiliate contests are really cool. Another one is bonus delivery. So these affiliates. Say you're doing a product launch and you have 100 affiliates on board to promote your product. How does an affiliate stand out from the rest of the affiliates promoting that product, right? Maybe, there's kind of cross-contamination of lists where, 10 affiliates all have, certain people on their list. They all have that same email address from products that they've purchased or customers that have bought those products. And, so how do you stand out from them, right? And so what affiliates will do is they'll say, hey, if you purchase through my link, you're gonna get a bonus, right? You're gonna get a bonus product or a bonus, whatever it may be. Okay, so instead of having to say, okay, well, thank you for purchasing through my link, let me go and confirm it, and have that be a manual process of actually delivering the bonus material that you promise the customer if they buy through your link, you could have it automatically get sent out to them, right? It only gets sent to them via email and only if the affiliate got credit for the sale, right? So it's another way to kind of, again, help your affiliates make more money, okay, but also streamline it and not waste their time having to manually go and pay out their affiliates, okay? Here's another one, and this is something that, it wasn't a big deal until we actually needed it, right? And so lead tracking. So lead tracking, I'm just gonna put this one over here. So, it's one thing to track sales, right? And commissions. It's another thing to be able to track leads, okay? So, like I tell you, we do a lot of product launches. And so if you've ever done a product launch, or maybe you're doing a bigger product launch and you want to do some kind of pre-launch content just to kind of get some buzz about your product. And so maybe you're doing a webinar, or you have a recorded video, or you're giving away a PDF and you're asking them to opt in, right? So what we've found is that affiliates there's not as many affiliates that are willing to promote a pre-launch page unless there's some sort of incentive for them to do that. Now, obviously, they can cookie each person, right? So let me see if I have. So there's an opt-in page right here. Okay, let me just move this down. Find my marker here. Okay, so they go from this opt-in page. Okay, it's a free PDF or free guide or video or whatever it is. They opt in and then they get cookied, meaning the affiliate that drove this traffic. So you have all these affiliates that are driving traffic into this page, okay? And they're, when they do that, they cookie the visitor. So when they do end up buying the main offer, they're gonna get credit for the sale, okay? And sometimes that works, right? Sometimes you'll get affiliates to promote that. But what happens is the affiliate, they almost feel like they're giving away free leads, right? Because they have their email list and then they're promoting this opt-in page, which is then getting that person onto the vendor's list, and they may not even buy the product. Okay, so a good way to incentivize people to promote your pre-launch, however elaborate it is, maybe there's multiple steps in your pre-launch sequence. You give them $1.50 per lead, or 50 cents per lead, or $2 per lead, okay? So having lead tracking can be a great way, a great incentive for affiliates to promote. So not only are you gonna cookie the user and get credit for all the sales, okay, that in your sales funnel, but you're also gonna give them X amount of dollars per lead, right? And so it's another great way to incentivize them, okay? All right, a few other things here I wanted to discuss. Again, some of these are a little bit more advanced. You guys may not use all of these different hacks that I'm teaching you guys, okay? But I do want to at least explain them all, and then obviously, especially you guys, if you're using our platform, a lot of this stuff is automated for you, okay? Now I understand not all of you are using our platform, but I'm telling you, using this system, it's it's what's taken us from a 6 to a 7, a 7 to an 8-figure business by implementing these types of things, right? Most people think, guys, that you need to keep generating more traffic, okay? You need to have more and more traffic. What about just maximizing the customers that you already have, or the traffic that you already have, okay? If you can increase conversion rates, if you can increase your earnings per click, if you can increase the average transaction value of each customer, the lifetime transaction value of each customer, okay? Not only generating more revenue through that, but also minimizing refunds through happy customers and minimizing disputes and chargebacks and all this type of stuff. And so it really starts to add up. Okay, the other two here are for anyone who's interested in going global with their product, right? Maybe you have a really good product and you've kind of maxed out the market, or you want to go into another market because it did well in one market. So currency and translation. So how cool would it be if you translated your sales page? Okay, well, how bad would it be if you translated the sales page and then your checkout page is in English, right? You translated your sales page from English to Spanish, and then they go to the checkout page and it's in English, right? So they're all happy. They're a Spanish speaker, native speaker. They go to your Spanish sales page, they want to buy it, and they go to the checkout page and it's in English, and the currency is in US dollars, right? Again, the checkout process is a very kind of sensitive subject, right? You have to be very careful with it. And so don't you think people would be more likely to buy if they speak Spanish, they go to a Spanish sales page, the checkout page is automatically converted into Spanish, and then the currency is in pesos, right? Their local currency. Don't you think people would be more comfortable buying from you in that type of scenario, right? And so having a system where you don't have to go and manually translate the checkout page or figure out how to do currency conversions and all that kind of stuff, it can be a real nightmare to try to do that. So when you are ready to expand, you have that option, okay? So very, very cool. So translation and currency, again, it may not apply to everybody, but if you want to expand, it's very easy to do that now, okay? Let's talk about a few other things. So I want to talk about going back to the sales page, right? So we talked about checkout templates, form embeds, pop-ups. We talked about all these other really cool things, right? Like all of your integrations here. Let me just kind of lump these together. So those are all kind of together. And we talked about things like order bumps and exit intent and auto address complete, just ways to help minimize that friction, right, within the buying process. Well, sometimes it's a pricing issue, right? Maybe you price the product too high, or you just need to position it a little bit differently. Okay, that's why we love to do things like split pay. Split pay is almost like a payment plan. So you have, and this works really well for high ticket products. Maybe you have a $1,000 product, and instead of them buying for $997, you have 3 payments of $397, right? You just break it up and you make it a little bit more affordable for them. And so, while maybe 70% of your orders come through that one payment option, you could be missing out on a whole nother segment of buyers who can't afford to make that one payment, but who want your product and are willing to pay in installments, okay? So that's a great way, so you can add split payments right into your checkout page, okay? And then free and paid trials, right? Another great way, especially with if you're doing any type of SaaS, like a web app, 14-day, 30-day free trial, and then it rolls into one of your continuity programs, okay? So it's a great way for people to consume your product, get comfortable with it, and then start to pay for it. Upgrades and downgrades, right? Having a seamless way to upgrade or downgrade somebody, okay? Maybe someone goes from a basic plan to a professional plan, professional to a platinum, right? It can be a real nightmare to try to program all that stuff from a development standpoint and make sure that everything is working in sync, okay? Having a system that can do that for you can be really easy, or at least just have the flexibility to be able to do that, okay? A few other cool things that have really helped us, and this is more of like a saves time, invoicing. So how many times, and especially people in European countries, they need to have an official invoice with VAT IDs and addresses and all this stuff, and we get this all the time, right? They contact our support desk, and they're like, hey, I need the receipt that you sent me is great, but I need an official invoice with certain information on it. Well, how cool would it be if you could just go to that transaction, push a button, and it sends them the invoice? Or you can go in there and you can add any type of custom information they want. Before, what we were having to do, we were having to go to an invoice generator online and manually go in there and type it, and then export it to PDF, and then manually send it to them. Okay, believe me, as you start to generate a lot more sales, you'll start to realize how much of a pain in the butt this can be. So how cool would it be if you just had an invoicing system where it's like, hey, all right, I'll shoot you an invoice. It'll have all the information that you need on it, okay, in one click. Okay, so that's more of a time saver. And again, most people don't think about stuff like that. Another really cool thing to have is partner contracts, okay? So if you're working with someone, right, a partner, maybe he's not an employee, he's a partner, and you guys are 50-50 partners and you guys have launched a business together or you're launching a product together, and you want to make sure that everyone's getting paid properly, right? So 50% of the revenue goes to your partner, 50% of the revenue goes to you, okay? If you're doing this stuff manually, it's just an accounting nightmare. We used to do this every single year, every single month. We'd have to go in, we'd have to see how much revenue we generated. We had to look at how much commissions we paid out affiliates. We have to look at things like the payment gateway fees and deduct that. We'd have to look at refunds and chargebacks and all that kind of stuff. And then we'd figure out how much money we could give to our partner, or if you have multiple partners, 3 or 4 partners, it can be a real nightmare, right? How cool is it if you can just create a contract and you're like, okay, partner 1 gets 25%, partner 2 gets 25%, and partner 3 gets 50%, right? Or whatever you're going to work out for your rev share. And then it automatically does it, the system automatically does it, right? And it sends those partners their cuts based on the affiliates commissions, the payment gateway fees, any refunds or chargebacks or disputes. Everything is taken into consideration, okay? How much of a time saver is that if you can do that, right? So that's what partner contracts are able to do. And again, a lot of platforms don't offer that type of stuff, but it's a real time saver. I mean, or at least if you're not doing it, your accountant won't have to worry about it, right? You don't have to pay an accountant to do it, okay? Let's talk about from a security standpoint, okay? This has happened to us, having a user management area. When we first started, we didn't have a user management area. So we had to give basically the keys to the front door to each employee that was working for us. And there was no advanced permissions. They could see everything. And it was a real security issue. And I mean, we're lucky that nothing happened, but I've heard of plenty of horror stories where people were employees were doing bad, shady stuff because they had access to their entire online business. So having user management where you can have advanced permissions, where you say, okay, I'm going to give you access, and depending on what their role is in your company, they may only need to, process refunds, okay, or whatever it may be. Or maybe you have a partner who should have access to this product or these handful of products, and then they can be able to change funnels or do whatever it may be. So depending on who they are in your organization, your business, you can give them the right roles and permissions. Okay. A few other things like link tracking and retargeting pixels. I'll put these down here. So this goes for both you being the vendor and also the affiliates. Okay. So when you're sending traffic to an offer, okay, maybe you're testing different sources of traffic. Maybe you're sending Facebook traffic, you're sending internal, an email list traffic, you're sending traffic from a webinar, whatever it may be. So maybe you have 3 or 4 different ways that you're sending traffic, and you want to see which traffic is actually leading to sales and conversions, right? So being able to have a system that can actually track each link and the source of where that traffic came from is really important. Okay. And then also things like being able to drop retargeting pixels. So when someone comes to your sales page or a checkout page, you can actually put them into a custom audience on Facebook or Google or wherever you're doing your retargeting and be able to remarket to them with ads down the road. Okay. So having that type of tracking is really, really important. Okay. Another really cool thing, which actually I don't know of anyone else that has something like this, but I don't know about you guys, but everyone has their phones on them, right? I mean, my phone's right here. Everyone has it. I mean, you guys are probably watching this, and I assume your phone is within arm's length, right? Everyone is attached to their phones. And so to me, I want to know how my business is doing on the go. Okay, I just want to have my finger on the pulse. So we created a mobile app for our platform, so any vendor or affiliate can go in there, and I'll kind of, I don't know if I can, I'll try to show it to you if I can. But let's see here. But how cool is it if you can just you can download, it's a free download for Android and iOS, and then be able to go in here and see your stats. You know, I can see, let me see, it might be a little blurry, but you can see your revenue, you can see, you know, how much was paid to affiliates. I can go in here, I can actually look at each of the transactions. So I can see each of the customers, I can see how much, you know, what they purchased. I can see who the affiliate is. So there's like the transaction view. Then I can actually go to like, I can actually approve and deny affiliates. So I can go in here and I can see each of the different affiliates, and then I can go and I can swipe left, and then I can either approve them, deny them. I could put them on instant payment or delayed payments. So like this guy I see here, he's had 55 sales so far on our platform. So I'm going to actually, you know, he seems like a reputable guy. I'll put him on instant payments. And then there's another guy with 0 sales. I'm going to put him on delayed, right? I just approved and denied affiliates just like that, okay? I can see who my top affiliates are. I can see all sorts of really cool stuff. So, and then commissions too. So you can see your sales, you can see commissions if you're an affiliate as well. So and then also you can get real-time notifications. So there's actually, I'll turn it on. There's like a little cha-ching that you'll hear, like a little audible cha-ching notification for each sale that you get. And our vendors love seeing that. It's a pretty cool thing. Well, not seeing it, but you can hear it. And so you can get notified each time you make a sale or a commission. So super cool. I'm not going to turn that on. But anyways, it's nice to be able to have your business at your fingertips, right? And not have to go over to your computer. Okay, I got to go and approve these affiliates and see what's going on. Everything's right there on the app. So really, really cool, guys. So I just want to make sure I'm covering everything here. All right, a few other things. Okay. And these are more advanced. These are kind of like nice to haves, and they've really helped our business in a big way. So there's actually 4 different things here. I'll put them down here. The first one is demographics. So, you know, as customers are starting to come in to the door, you want to learn more about who your customers are, right? When you fully understand who your customers are, it helps with everything that you're doing, your messaging, your copy, your targeting, all that kind of stuff, right? But if you don't know who your audience is, then you're kind of blind, right? And so one thing that we did, and actually we did this a long time ago, and we actually had it in a previous system, was we would we'd pull all of this demographic data about our customers. We'd find out, you know, where they're located, when are they buying, and also like buying habits, right? So I could see their age, their sex, their location, their interests, their occupation. I can see when they like to buy, what's the average customer value, all this type of stuff, right? And so we manually had to do this, and it was a pain in the butt, but now it's automated. And so now each customer that comes through the door, you can actually see a built out a profile for not only your customer base per product, but then you can actually drill down into each individual customer. So maybe you want to do one-to-one sales, like maybe you want to sell some high ticket stuff. You could automatically go in there, and if they have a social media profile, a LinkedIn profile, a Facebook page, anything that's out there on the web, it actually goes and it finds all this stuff, okay? And all this information about each user. And it's a great way to follow up with people, just great customer service. And again, it can also help with your marketing strategy moving forward, okay? Another one was surveys, okay? So, you know, it's one thing for someone to buy something from you. It's another thing I want to know why people are refunding. Why are people charging back, right? Why are people canceling their subscription? Because if you know that information, then obviously you can try to fix your product or fix your problem for future customers and for existing customers. So how about sending out an automated survey when someone refunds a product, right? Or when someone cancels your subscription. Okay, someone cancels your subscription and then a few hours later or a day later, it's like, hey, I'm sorry that you canceled your subscription. If you wouldn't mind, click this link, just take a 2-question survey about, just give us your feedback, right? And then you can go in there and you can take a look at all the surveys. Before, we had to manually go and do this. We'd export a segment of these people, and then we'd manually send out an email. We'd gather the information, and then we'd kind of go through it ourselves, right? Now, I could set up a little automated survey and say, okay, if someone refunds this product, I want to use, and we have lots of different templates that you can customize. I want to send out this refund template or cancellation template, or even just a customer satisfaction template. Hey, how are we doing? What can we do better, right? So there's lots of different ways that you guys can improve just your culture, your company culture, and your customer service by offering these surveys. Again, if it's a pain in the butt if you have to manually do this, but if you have a system that can automate it, even better. Okay. Audience builder. Okay, this is really cool. So again, we used to do this manually. What this means is when someone buys a product from you, you can add them to say like a Facebook custom audience. So you can target them on Facebook ads. Maybe you want to get them to upgrade to a different plan, or you want to get them to buy another product of yours. We used to manually do this ourselves. We used to manually export our customer list, import it into into a Facebook custom audience. How cool is it if you can automate this, where when someone buys something from you, they automatically get put into a Facebook custom audience, right? How cool is that? I mean, it saves so much time. So that's another thing that is kind of advanced, right? I mean, not everyone is doing Facebook ads, but if you're not, you're missing out on a lot of opportunity. It's a great way to make some more sales, okay? And then this one is uptime monitoring. So one thing that a lot of people don't monitor their servers, and a server can go down for a number of different reasons, right? I mean, it could be server overload, it could be whatever it may be, but so we used to use a third-party service to monitor if our site ever went down, right? Because if your site goes down, obviously you can't make sales. Your customers can't access the product, so they're angry. Affiliates get angry because maybe they're promoting your product and the site's down, so they just wasted traffic, right? So it's a lose-lose situation, right? So how cool is it if you can get a real-time notification saying, hey, your website just went down, or multiple websites just went down. Go and check and figure out why it just went down, right? So just a great way to have your finger on the pulse of your business and minimize downtime and maximize uptime in your business, okay? So guys, that is, I mean, I know we've gone through a lot here. Like I said, I'm gonna give you that checklist in just a little bit, but one thing I wanna do, if you guys are cool with it, as you guys know, Pay Kickstart is our platform. It's been around now for over a year now. I can't believe it's been open to the public for over a year. We've been using it internally for over 2.5 years now. And I have a kind of a special offer that I want to give to you guys that really takes everything that we just talked about today, and it's going to help to automate your business, okay? And really takes the kind of new rules of selling online and it puts it on autopilot for you. So here's what I want to do. If you guys are cool with it, I'm going to just, this is kind of a private offer that we've only done a few times. And so I would like for you guys to just take advantage of it, because if you guys are interested in using Pay Kickstart to power your business, it's the best way to go. Okay, it's the most bang for your buck. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to be giving you guys, and so this is called our. Whoops, let me get a different marker here. So we created something called the Pay Kickstart. We called it our diamond package or diamond plan. Okay, and so this is what you get. And so this isn't actually on our website. So if you go to paykickstart.com, you'll notice we have 3 different plans, and you can pay monthly or yearly. But this will be by far the best option if you guys are interested in Pay Kickstart. You're also going to get a whole bunch of other bonuses as well. So the first thing that you guys are going to get is you're going to get 12 months of Pay Kickstart. Of the professional plan, okay? Okay, the professional plan basically gives you everything that you need. You can add unlimited products, unlimited affiliates. What's really cool about Pay Kickstart, guys, is we do not take any per transaction fee, zero per transaction fee. The only fee you ever pay is the payment gateway themselves, right? Usually that's 2.9% for PayPal and Stripe. So you're never going to get away from payment gateway fees. But I know plenty of platforms that charge up to 10% of each sale, okay, right off the top, right? So, I mean, how much does that suck? If you have a $100 product, not only, are they charging you up to 10%, and then you're also paying a payment gateway fee. I mean, you could be paying, $10 off of the top before you even get your money, right? So that's one of the really cool things that vendors love about Pay Kickstart, okay? So you're gonna get 12 months of Pay Kickstart, and so that is usually $99 per month, okay? If you go on our website, it's $99 a month, or if you pay annually, I think it's $77 per month, okay? So that's the first thing you guys are gonna get. The second one is you're gonna get 12 months upgrade to our platinum version. Or I'm sorry, our premium. Okay, so the premium plan, okay, which currently goes for $149 a month on our website, it gets you all of the premium features that I just explained. So things like the demographics module, it gives you the audience builder, the uptime monitoring, and surveys as well. Okay, so that's all included with the premium plan, and normally again that's $149 per month. Okay. So you're going to get those two things. And now I'm also going to give you guys, and so I created a program called Launch Madness, okay? And I sell it for $1,000, typically on webinars. And so what I did was, I created a training program that goes through my entire process in detail of how I launch products. And like I said, we've been fortunate enough to generate over $20 million in sales. And that wasn't by accident, okay? We've figured out a system for creating a product and bringing it to a marketplace and selling it. And selling a lot of it, right? Selling all different types of products. And so, I'm gonna give you guys those blueprints just for attending this workshop. But if you really want to take it to the next level, this is for you guys. So you're gonna get our Launch Madness program, okay? So included with the March Madness is Launch Madness is you're gonna get. So let me kind of show you guys what you guys are gonna get. I'm gonna move this over. Okay. So Launch Madness, you're gonna get these 3 blueprints here. Okay. This is my 6, my 7, and 8-figure blueprints, okay? What this is a very systematic way of launching doing a product launch, okay? Now, what I always recommend, and I start to teach you inside of the program, is to start off with a 6-figure launch, okay? Now, obviously, results may vary, but this is based off of our own experiences and working with other people. There's certain elements and certain things that you do in a product launch to help generate revenue, right? And we've noticed that, and so each formula here has been kind of like handpicked for how to do a pre-launch, how to do your main launch, how to do webinars. There's all these different sequences that we piece together to create these launches. Okay, and so we go through and we break out each of these different formulas. So you're going to get all 3 of these, the 6, 7, and 8-figure formulas. So 6, 7, 8. Okay, so you're going to get those. And then we've also created, and I don't know about you guys, I like to have checklists and worksheets. I'm kind of anal. I'm very organized, and so what I've done is I've created a whole series of worksheets and checklists to make sure that everything when you're doing a product launch is organized and you've crossed all your T's and dotted all of your I's. So you're also going to get, let me just take these off here, is our product hook worksheet. Okay, the product hook worksheet is going to show you, it's going to lead, so one of the things that a lot of people don't do or they miss out on is having a good hook for their product. What's the main competitive advantage? What's your elevator pitch to people of why they should go and buy it? So this product hook worksheet, once you fill it out, will help to identify what that main hook is, and then you can use it inside of all of your marketing and your sales page. So you're going to get the products hook worksheet. Okay, so you're going to get that one. You're going to also get these two checklists. You're going to get the product launch checklist. Whoop, there we go. Product launch checklist, launch asset checklist. This is a checklist just to make sure that you have everything that you need for your product launch. Launch asset checklist is who do I need to help fulfill on this product launch? Designers, developers, support staff, video people, right? Just making sure you don't get blindsided and be like, oh man, we need this type of person, right? So it's just to help, again, keep you organized and make sure you have everything that you need for a successful product launch. Okay, so you're gonna get both the product launch, and sorry, my handwriting is not the best, but hopefully you'll bear with me. And launch asset checklists. Okay, so you're going to get those. You're also going to get my affiliate outreach SOP. So this is our standard operating procedure for how we go about approaching affiliates to promote our products. So if you've ever promoted products before, you've probably been contacted by vendors to promote your stuff, right? And there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. And most people do it the wrong way. And so we have figured out a way that about 95% of the time we'll get a response back, okay? And I'm not saying that 95% of people are gonna follow through and promote our stuff, but there's a right way and a wrong way to promote or to contact affiliates. And so I walk you through our standard operating procedure of how we go about doing it. So you're gonna get that as well. Affiliate outreach SOP. All right. You're also going to get a few other really cool things. You're going to get the 18-point membership essentials. So for those of you who are creating a membership site, right, you want to house your content inside of a membership, I give you kind of a checklist of things that you want to make sure that your membership site has. And I also give you some recommendations on how to build out your membership site. So you're going to get that as well. Okay. Okay. And then probably my favorite part of the Launch Madness course is our launch playbook. Okay. This is what we use when we launch a product. Now this is actually about all the way down to the floor. It's a really long playbook. Here's what it is. Okay. It tells you step by step what you need to be doing 3 months before your launch, 2 months before your launch, a month before your launch, a few weeks before your launch, during launch week, and then after your launch. And it walks you through everything like logistics, marketing, and it gives you bullet points as to what you should be doing. So you guys are going to get our launch playbook, okay? Which kind of summarizes everything that's inside of the Launch Madness program, okay? So you guys are gonna get access to all of that, all right? Now here's what we're gonna do, okay? I'm gonna give you guys the link to where you go to take advantage of all this. So you're gonna get 12 months of Pay Kickstart Professional Plan. You're gonna get a 12-month upgrade to the Premium Plan. You're gonna get the Launch Madness program, which includes core training, but then also all these checklists and worksheets and SOPs and all that kind of stuff, okay? Here's where you go. So this is a one-time payment of $997, okay? Now that alone, that price is worth just the 12 months of Pay Kickstart Professional. If you were to pay for a month, I mean, that's over $1,000. So you're gonna go to Pay Kickstart, paykickstart.com/now. Okay, so paykickstart.com/now. Okay, so that's where you go to take advantage of the diamond plan. Again, this is a private offer. This isn't something that we publicly talk about on our website or anything like that. So it's a one-time payment of $997. Now, I'm sure there's probably questions being asked right now. What happens after the 12 months is up, right? You can go to any package that you want to. So there's 3 different levels, right? I'm going to guess after using Pay Kickstart for a full year, you're probably going to at least have the professional plan or the premium plan. But what's cool, guys, is that all the stuff that I talked about, it's going to help make you more money. So it's going to offset any cost of your payment platform. Believe me, and especially if you guys are already doing a significant amount of revenue, I mean, this is just going to accelerate you. Okay, so you can choose after the first year what plan you want to go on, and then it's just the normal flat $99 a month or $149 a month. We also have a basic plan at $29 a month as well. So after that, it's just a monthly fee, and there's no per transaction fee. You can process $5,000 a month. You could process $5 million a month. It doesn't really matter. We don't take any per transaction fee. Okay. Now, on top of that, here's what I want to do. I like to reward action takers, okay? And so if you've ever been on one of my webinars or anything that we've sold in the past, I like to reward people who take action. And so for people that are on this call, okay, I want to give you guys some additional bonuses, okay? So for the next 25 people, I'm going to throw in some additional bonuses, okay? So you got to act quick. So when you go to paykickstart.com/now, you're going to go to a checkout page and you'll be able to use PayPal or credit card. So you can choose which payment method you want, and you'll automatically get access to all this stuff, okay, when you check out. You'll get an email with your Pay Kickstart login, and you'll also get access to the Launch Madness course with all of this stuff that's already in there, okay? So for the next 25 people, I was trying to think of like what else would you possibly need? So you're gonna have the technology, the platform that does all this stuff that we're talking about today, okay? You're gonna have this system for launching a product, okay? So I was like, well, I think it'd be cool to give away some traffic stuff. So we have a piece of traffic software and a piece of traffic training, okay? So it's Traffic Spy. So if you go to trafficspyapp.com, you'll be able to see it. But essentially what Traffic Spy is, it's a desktop piece of software, so it runs on Mac and PC. You put in a keyword or any type or a niche, and it goes out to 5 or 6 different places on the web, places where there's tons of traffic, and it pulls in all of these metrics, and it shows you what people are talking about. It shows where people are engaging, and it's a great way to find affiliate partners. It's a great way to find what people are actually talking about. We've used this tool for not only finding places to get sources of traffic, but also for creating our products. For like what are people talking about? What problems do people have? What challenges do people have? And we build out our products around that. So this is a great spy tool for doing a lot of different things online. So you're going to get a license to Traffic Spy. Okay. You're also going to get our traffic backdoor training. So if you go to trafficbackdoor.com, you can learn more about that. So what I do is I show you 8 unique ways that you can drive traffic. And so this course is really around how to get fast traffic, how to get instant traffic, how to get traffic in a few days or a few weeks instead of a few days or instead of a few months or a few years. For when I first started online, I used to do a lot with search engine optimization, and I mean SEO is really hard to do now. But man, you used to have to I used to always think, man, I need to create lots of blog content and I need to wait a few years before I can get traffic. And there's so many different ways to drive traffic, and I don't even worry about SEO anymore. So I used to be such an SEO nut, and now there's so many other ways that we can drive traffic. And so I show you guys 8 different ways that we drive traffic to everything, to webinars, to offers, to opt-in pages, to our social media profiles, everything. So you're going to get our traffic backdoor training as well. So you're going to get the app and the training. I also am going to throw in, and this is a really cool one. So you're going to get our Funnel Spy app. So what Funnel Spy does, if you are, you can reverse engineer your competitors' funnels or any website's funnels. So you put in their website and it goes and it exposes their sales pages, their upsell pages, their one-time offers, their webinars, their webinar sequences, all these different sequences or pages that they have that are kind of hidden, that are hard to find. That's what Funnel Spy will expose. And this is a great way just to get intelligence. And so you can not copy, but you can kind of mimic or model off of what other successful products and sales funnels and webinar funnels are doing, okay? And it can expose price points and everything, right? So that's a really cool tool, and it helps to save a lot of time. So you're gonna get all 3 of those, and then our final bonus is you're gonna get our Boxcar live chat app, okay? So one thing that we learned, especially if you're doing high ticket sales or like recurring sales, like you're trying to get people into a continuity program, live chat is great for that. It's also great for support as well. So you can install this on unlimited number of your sites, and you can have one-to-one live chat conversations. Now, normally live chat can get very expensive. I mean, we used to use other people's live chat apps, and we were paying, I mean, over $100 a month for all the different people that were, you know, of our employees that were using this. And so we actually built it ourselves. And so we're going to pass this on to you guys so you can use it as well. And it's a great way to have superior customer support. One thing that we notice is, hey, if there's a customer out there or a potential customer and he's looking at your website and he's looking at another website, and the other website has live chat on it and he can get his answers immediately, he's going to be more comfortable with them. He's probably going to go with them. Okay, so having live chat can help you in so many different ways and just, you know, help everything that we're talking about today. Okay, again, you guys have to go to paykickstart.com/now to get started. It's a one-time payment of $9.97, and like I said, you can cancel Pay Kickstart at any time. I'm very confident that once you guys start to use Pay Kickstart, especially for the full year, you're never going to want to go anywhere else. I mean, like I said, what's cool, guys, is, you know, I've been an online marketer for 10 years, and we've been in the trenches just like you guys, and we still are in the trenches day in and day out, and we understand the challenges and the struggles that everyone has every day with running an online business. And so we've talked about a lot of them today, and this platform solves so many of those problems. Okay, it really does. And just all this added training and bonuses is kind of the icing on the cake, really. Okay. Now, before we wrap things up, I want to make sure there's nothing else. Let's see if there's any questions here. Let me see if there's any any questions. Okay. Right. So let me just reiterate a few things. We take 0 per transaction fee. The only transaction fee is your payment gateway. So usually it's 2.9%. Everything else, you keep everything, okay? You can cancel at any time. You have it for a full year. You get both the professional plan and the upgraded features, okay? Then after that year, you can decide on which plan is right for your business, okay? Here's something I want to do. Okay, Scott, if you wouldn't mind. So here's, like I said, we've had tons of early adopters of people that have been using our platform. And so the people that have been using our platform, we've had people that have come from all other payment platforms, and the majority of them, 99% of them, absolutely love it. And they're like, oh my God, I can't believe we were using these other platforms for this long, and this is crazy, right? Because we get it. We built this for online entrepreneurs, right? People who want to run an online business. So what I want to do is I'm going to cut to a quick little testimonial video just so you guys can hear from other vendors, real people, real vendors who have been using our platform And a lot of these guys have been selling, hundreds of thousands of dollars. We even have a few seven-figure guys who have already crossed 7 figures in sales. So let me go ahead. I'm going to cut to that really quick.
Mark and Matt have put something together here that is absolutely amazing.
I have nothing but amazing praise to give the team over at Digital Kickstart. Pay Kickstart is such an amazing app.
Give you guys all the credit in the world. It's been a really cool system to see grow and as well as to use.
I've been with the platform for a very long time, and every single month they put out new updates, new features, and they're constantly adapting to the needs of me and my customers.
I've been using it since October of last year. I've ran about $137,000 worth of sales through it. It's been absolutely monumental.
Now I use it for everything. I use it for my offline businesses, my online businesses. You cannot go wrong.
Every time I need a new feature, it gets added, and that's the beauty of this platform. It's constantly growing. They really understand marketing.
It saved me, I can't tell you how many hundreds of hours of my time and my team's time to get set up. It's increased my sales. I love seeing the recurring revenue. I love seeing all the new features added, and dude, just the coupons alone has increased my business so much.
All in all, phenomenal system. Thank you guys so much for putting it together. Can't wait to continue to use it for a very, very long time to come.
It's absolutely anything that you could possibly ask for. I love Pay Kickstart, and I can't imagine myself using anything else.
And best of all, they've helped me make a whole ton of money. I pushed a lot of money through Pay Kickstart, and compared to all the shopping carts I've worked with in the past, there's no competition.
Okay, so as you guys can see, those were just some testimonials from some of our vendors who are using the platform, some of our early adopters, and we get tons and tons of people every day coming in and using it. So it's super exciting. It's a great time for us. So a few other things that I do want to mention because we're really big, and we have a big culture where our culture is built around customer support. So we have tons and tons of resources for you guys to help you get started, okay? So if you go to support.paykickstart.com, that's kind of our main support area. And when you go there, you're gonna see tons and tons of information. The first thing you're gonna see is our quick start guides. So for those of you who are both vendors and affiliates, so it's free to be an affiliate. Affiliates can sign up and create a free affiliate account to promote any vendor on the Pay Kickstart platform. And there's these quick start guides just to help you get started, right? So if you're an affiliate, how to set up your affiliate account, how to link your PayPal account, how to find vendors to promote. And if you're a vendor like you guys are now, you'll be able to see how to create campaigns and set up your products and your funnels and get your products live in a short amount of time, right? In an hour, you could have everything set up and ready to go, or less than that. Okay, so you're gonna see the quick start guides. There's also a big knowledge base. Okay, so the knowledge base, it's searchable. You can just start typing in what you want, and it'll find you all sorts of helpful tutorials and videos teaching you guys how to use the inner workings of Pay Kickstart. It's a massive platform. I mean, it's very simple to use, but there's obviously a lot of flexibility and advanced stuff that you can do. And so that's what the knowledge base is really for, to help you guys with any of those questions that you may have, okay? What else do we have in there? We have our boot camp. So I actually created a 14-day boot camp, which each day I shot a new video. And in that video, I kind of walk you through a different part of the Pay Kickstart platform each day. And so I do that for 14 days. You can go through the course as fast or as slowly as you want to. But again, it's just another resource that you'll have. We also have a feature request area. So we get feature requests all the time. Every day people are like, hey, can you add this? Can you add that? And you ask any of our vendors, we are aggressive at innovation, okay? Our two biggest things is innovation and customer service, okay? We want to be at the forefront of innovation, and we want to be the leader in being a payment and affiliate platform and offering all of the new technology and new functionality to help make your life easier and to help generate more revenue and profits, right? So there's a feature request area. You can go in there and you can add your features, and then you can also vote for features. And so we go in there every single day, and every month we'll go and address which features are the ones that you guys want the most. And you'll notice the majority of them have been completed. They're already inside of the platform. So we just continue to add more features, and that's a great way for you guys to have a voice and to see and to suggest feature requests, okay? We also have an update log. You can go in there and see all the new updates that we've been doing. We usually push new updates every few months, depending on what the features are. If they're bigger features that take a little bit longer to develop, we go in there and we, it might take a few months, or sometimes every few weeks we'll do it. It just depends on what we're adding. But you can go in there and see our kind of our change log of what we've been doing. And then we also have just our help desk, our ticketing system, where you can submit a ticket as well. We also have an in-app chat system, so you can go in there and do live chat with our support agents. And then we also have a private Skype group as well, which is really great. We always keep our team in there as well, answering questions. If you have quick questions that doesn't necessarily need a back and forth support ticket, you can go in there. We have vendors, we have affiliates in there, and they're more than happy to contribute and help answer your questions along the way. So there's tons and tons of ways that you guys can get support. And we also have a Facebook group as well. You can go in there and join us in like our Facebook group. So there's lots of different ways to allow us to hold your hand to get you up to speed on using the platform, okay? So again, you have to go to paykickstart.com/now, okay? I'm not sure where we're at right now. I'm sure someone in the thread that's on our team can talk about the fast action bonuses. I know, or you can tell us where we're at. But again, just to kind of reiterate everything you're going to get: 12 months of Pay Kickstart Professional, 12 months of the premium upgrade. You're going to get the entire Launch Madness program. We sell this for $1,000. And then you're also going to get the Traffic Spy app, Traffic Backdoor Training, Funnel Spy, and Boxcar Live app. I mean, this is literally thousands upon thousands of dollars worth of value. If you guys are even thinking about joining Pay Kickstart, this is the best offer you're gonna find. Okay, and I mean, it has just changed our lives as well as our vendors as well. I mean, you go in there, once you go and join our Pay Kickstart Skype group and just start asking around. I mean, it's amazing to see all these case studies and see how well people are doing, just like those testimonials that I showed you guys. All right, so with all of that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to wrap this up. I'm going to give you guys, I know you guys are probably wanting the link to download the 3 funnels: the physical, digital, and coaching funnel, and then also the checklist, okay? With the 40 hacks that we just kind of summarized today. So that link is paykickstart.com/access. That's an R. Sorry. Okay. Paykickstart.com/access is where you can go to download all of the promised material that I said for everyone who stayed till the very end. So, guys, hopefully you guys have learned a lot. I mean, even if you guys don't join Pay Kickstart, hopefully it's opened your eyes to lost revenue that you guys could recoup, how to maximize and increase conversion rates and earnings per click. You need, and it's only, I mean, there's only going to be other things that, it's one thing to have all this stuff and to do it yourself manually, right? Have a developer and a designer, and it gets very costly and timely, right? But it's another thing to actually have a system that can automate all of this stuff for you just by joining, right? Just by joining and a few flips of a switch. So I really hope that you guys will join. I look forward to connecting with each and every one of you. I know this was kind of one of our longer workshops that we've done. So hopefully you guys enjoyed all of it and you guys got a ton of value out of it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sign off by saying, hey, go to paykickstart.com/now. It's a one-time payment of $9.97. You're going to get Pay Kickstart for an entire year. After that, you could use one of our flats. You'll be locked in at one of our lowest rates. The pricing is going to go up. We're not sure exactly when it's going to go up, but once you lock in today, as a Diamond member, you get locked into our lowest monthly plan. Okay, so that's cool. Go to paykickstart.com/access to access all of the mind maps and the checklist. And then here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have Scott just flip over, just kind of, it's just a 6 minutes showing you kind of Pay Kickstart in action, kind of summarizing everything that this platform can do. So thank you guys for coming to this workshop. I hope to see you guys on another one very soon, and talk to you soon.
Meet Jim. Jim's an entrepreneur looking for a fast and easy way to sell his products online. A number of his friends who have been doubling their sales tell him about this new way of selling online called Pay Kickstart. So he goes ahead and signs up for their free trial, and within seconds, he's inside his account. First, he starts by creating a new campaign, uploading his logo, choosing a language, currency, and adding his support details, which are all used to customize the checkout experience for his customers and build his brand. Then he connects his payment gateways, so customers can easily purchase his products using a variety of different payment methods like PayPal and credit card. He also enables the affiliate program so he can build an army of affiliate partners who will promote and send traffic to his products. Jim sets a commission percentage that each affiliate will earn when they refer a sale. After setting up a campaign, he starts adding different products that will make up his sales funnel. Here, he will add and customize each product. For his front-end offer, he sells a digital training program. Jim sells this program for a one-time purchase of $197. He also decides to offer a payment plan option where customers have the option to purchase in 3 installments of $77 spread out equally, 30 days apart. Then, he chooses from a variety of high-converting and completely customizable checkout page designs, pop-up widgets, and checkout form embeds to allow his customers to pay for his program. At the point of sale, Jim requires that each customer be registered for an upcoming bonus webinar, get added and tagged in his email autoresponder, have their membership created with the correct access level, and also cookied for a Facebook retargeting campaign. All of this is done by Jim in a couple of clicks by connecting the third-party services he already uses and loves. He adds another product to the campaign that will be his first upsell. It's a desktop software that complements his main training program. He flips on the licensing option inside Pay Kickstart to secure his software and issues unique license keys to each customer. He also decides to offer a 30-day free trial that rolls into a $27 per month plan until the customer decides to cancel. Then, he adds his last upsell, a set of 12 physical packages the customer will receive in the mail over the next 12 months. This offer includes a payment of $50 per month every month for 12 months. He also enables the ability to capture shipping details and tax while integrating with his fulfillment company, who will automatically receive the shipping details and send out the package upon purchase. Jim also has a partner, David, that he teamed up with to sell his final upsell. He goes in and creates a revenue sharing contract, telling Pay Kickstart to send David 50% of the net revenue generated from this product. Now, on to the final step. Jim sets up his sales funnel using the visual funnel builder, simply selecting his front end and upsell sales path. Once his sales funnel is in place, he grabs each of the checkout page URLs and puts them on his sales pages. Jim is ready to sell. But before he starts promoting his new offer, he first goes in and adds a bunch of marketing materials that his affiliate partners can use to help promote the offer. He adds banners and email swipes that are customized for each affiliate with their unique tracking link, making it copy and paste simple for his partners to promote. He also decides to set up a sales contest for 1 week that Pay Kickstart automatically updates, helping to incentivize his affiliates to promote hard for him during launch. Speaking of incentivizing people, Jim had a great idea. I should give new customers a time-sensitive discount coupon for the first day of my launch. So, in a few seconds, he quickly creates a 20% off coupon for his front-end product that will automatically expire after 1 day. He emails his affiliates to request to promote, get their tracking link and marketing materials. As affiliate requests start coming in, Jim can approve or deny each request instantly. Okay, it's time for Jim to open the traffic gates. The offer is now live. As he starts to generate new customers, he can see the transactions coming in real time. Being able to view detailed information about each sale, easily being able to manage one-time transactions, subscriptions, license keys, referred affiliates, and more. Meanwhile, Jim, his partner David, and his affiliates start to get email and mobile notifications for sales and referral commissions, seeing the revenue automatically getting distributed between everyone in real time. After a few hours, Jim and his partner noticed that many customers were requesting the digital version his physical package upsell as well. They decide to quickly add a new product and create an order bump of an additional $10 a month to that offer, allowing customers to now add the digital version with just 1 click. Speaking of 1 click, Jim and his partner are loving the fact that once a customer has entered their billing details for the initial order, how with literally one click, a customer can now purchase any or all of the upsells in his sales funnel without having to enter their billing details again. After a few months go by, the subscription rebills start rolling in. However, Jim knows from experience that some of those rebills may fail, yet Jim sits back and relaxes, knowing Pay Kickstart will send a subscription saver email sequence on Jim's behalf, reminding the customer to update their billing details in order to continue with their subscription. Best of all, Jim is happy to be able to run his business efficiently without ever having to pay a single per transaction fee to Pay Kickstart when he makes a sale, or having to pay for expensive designers or developers. Jim can sit back, relax, and watch his business thrive with Pay Kickstart. Join Jim with hundreds of others and start selling more in minutes. Sell digital and physical products, 0 transaction fees when you make a sale, one-click upsells, beautifully customizable checkout pages, visual sales funnel builder, instantly integrate with your favorite email, webinar, and membership services, complete control of your affiliates, free mobile app, and so much more. You too can get started for free today using the fastest and easiest way to sell online. Sign up and start making more money for your business today.
Mark and Matt have put something together here that is absolutely amazing.
I have nothing but amazing praise to give the team over at Digital Kickstart. Pay Kickstart is such an amazing app.
Give you guys all the credit in the world. It's been a really cool system to see grow and as well as to use.
I've been with the platform for a very long time, and every single month they put out new updates, new features, and they're constantly adapting to the needs of me and my customers.
I've been using it since October of last year. I've ran about $137,000 worth of sales through it. It's been absolutely monumental.
Now I use it for everything. I use it for my offline businesses, my online businesses. You cannot go wrong.
Every time I need a new feature, it gets added, and that's the beauty of this platform. It's constantly growing. They really understand marketing.
It saved me, I can't tell you how many hundreds of hours of my time.